Hello everyone, today I'd like to finally get to the Snowtrooper Battle Pack and the Hoth Atsd, which have had their official images leaked. So I have the front and back of the box along with like a side little image. Now I'd like to get started with the Battle Pack since it's the smaller one, and also because probably more interesting to many people, maybe. So this Battle Pack comes with 3 Snowtroopers and then a Scout Trooper. 3 Snowtroopers look exactly as you'd expect. 2 of them have the medium-sized blasters. 1 of them has the larger, rifle, which came in the 501st Legion Battle Pack. And then we also have the new Scout Trooper, which I have to say looks incredible. I really like what they did with the redesign. Now the helmet is exactly the same. However, the full body, torso, and legs are completely brand new. They're completely different. You've also got this new white-gray color being introduced for the arms, which I think is absolutely lovely. And I think it's a phenomenal figure overall. Now, there is one key thing that I'd like to mention at the front of the box. Other than the box art, which I think is fantastic, I really love what they did with the box art. I don't know if this is going to be specific for Hoth or not, because we've only got 2 Hoth sets. But I really like it. Gotta say, I really like this box art. I think it might be better than the old one. Now, I'm not too sure, because I don't know if this is like an unpopular opinion, but I really like the box art. Now, there is one thing that I'd like to mention before we move to the back of the box to look at the rest of the stuff. But there's this little logo. If you look over to the left side of the box, just to the left of Darth Vader over there, you can see the Scout Trooper on the speeder, right? But if you look just above that, there's like this weird shield. Now, I don't know what that's supposed to say. I can't really tell exactly what it looks like, but there is a shield, which is interesting. And so let me just move. I don't really know what to talk about that since I'm not too sure what it is. But I'd like to move into the back of the box just to kind of tell. We've got the new stud shooter over there on the E-Web blaster, which is pretty nice. I don't know what to think about it because, if I'm being honest, it just looks a lot more bulky than the other one, specifically because of how the stud has to be placed in there. I don't know too much about that. I do think that the rest of the E-Web blaster looks really good. I would have just preferred them to do the same one that they did with the AT-AT, but you know. The Snowspeeder I think looks really good. I like the backpack that's on the back. Looked great. Can't really say too much about it. It looks good. My only question is, will it fit into the Playscale AT-AT? Because it can definitely fit into the larger one. I wonder if it'll fit into the Playscale one. But moving on to the final thing that we have here, which is the rock. Not too much to say about it. It looks nice. It's a bit of scenery, so there you got that. But the $20 price point is the next topic of discussion. And I will say, I think $20 is an okay price. I would have preferred $50. But, and although I do not justify the $20 price point, I think it's okay enough. Now, I think that because the Snowtrooper is completely different, and that we do have a sizable amount for a battle pack, I can say that it's okay that it's $20, but that's not saying that we should continue this $20 price point trend, because that's just not what I want to see. Now, just to bring a little bit of attention onto the final image, it's not crazy, we'll say. Doesn't really add too much, but there it is, just in case you wanted to see it. But now let's move on to the other set. I ended off with the extra minute image in the last version, or at least last set. I'd like to start with that. Now, in this set, we do get Chewbacca with the crossbow. We do get a Hoth Rebel Trooper, which is nice. We do get ourselves a probe droid, which is now in gray, which matches the at least the buildable figure, which is quite nice. I think that it's a great design for it. And then we've also got the Atsd Pilot, or Driver, whichever one you'd like to refer to it as. And looks like a good minifigure. We'll get a little bit more of him later, but we can see that Atsd looks mostly the same, with a few changes over to the front cockpit, as can be seen. With the lid area, looks like it's changed. The front of it looks like it has changed. And the guns have also changed, because now we've got this circular launcher, which is slightly different than the previous iterations. And then we've got a 3-point turret from the look of it, which looks pretty good. The front of it, at least with the spring-loaded shooters and the up and down facing turret, hasn't changed massively, but I think that looks like a stronger redesign of at least the turret, so it shouldn't fall off as much, which looks great. I think that that's a great change. And it also looks like there has been at least some fuselage changes from the look of it, like slight modifications. Nothing crazy, but I think it might be pretty good. And then the most drastic change on the feet, that is just crazy rehaul over there, just great. Okay, now that I've pulled up the front and back of the box, because they are smaller, more confined images, that I can reasonably put them both on screen. Now, the first thing that I want to say is that logo comes up again that's on the side of the box. Interested as to what that's going to be. We do have the side box art again, which is pretty nice. Looks pretty good. The box art as well, with at least the physical corners of the box looks the same, which is nice, some consistency. Don't know if that's going to be consistent among the Hoth set specifically or the entire wave. Either way, I think it looks good. We have a better look at the Atsd Driver, which has potentially some detailing. It looks like maybe a bit of white on the top of the legs there, but it looks like generic detail nonetheless. And we can see that the piece count is 586, which we've known for a while. Not too much has changed from the previous image, but if we move to the back of the box, we can see the rotating of the head, and it looks like there's a bit of detail over on the back. Now that I see the top of it, it doesn't look like there's really a drastic change, but the sides do look a bit different, because if I look over at my Atsd Raider, I can definitely tell some difference, especially in the eye area, which I made a note of earlier. We can see that the flake fire missiles work as usual, and that we do have the basic turning of the legs. So, the head area and the feet themselves are the main areas of change in this set, and I don't know how I feel about the feet necessarily. I do think that the head looks good, but I don't know too much about the feet. I think the feet might be a little bit too bulky. That is really what I have to say about this one. I know that I spent a lot less time on this, but I think $50 for this is a good price, because although a fourth minifigure, like another Rebel Trooper, would have gone great with this set, because I feel like the probe droid would have been is good that we have it in here, but I feel like with the Atsd Raider coming out not too long ago, and it had 4 minifigures, I felt like this one also could have used 4 minifigures and a probe droid. I feel like the probe droid is necessary in this set, especially since we haven't had one in a while. So I think that the probe droid is a very nice inclusion, although I think that we should have gotten 5 minifigures in this set, the probe droid counting as one, because or just replacing Chewbacca, because I feel like Chewbacca's been in a lot of sets. He's still in quite a few sets that you can purchase right about now. Believe so. So I felt like Chewbacca wasn't really the best choice for this set. But that's just my opinion. We definitely could have just used more Rebel Troopers, or some set that specifically has Rebel Troopers, because we don't have that many of them in this line. But that being said, I would like to thank you all for watching this video. And I wish you a good day. And see you next time. Bye.